Hello everyone, this is Jintak Kim. I'm the doctoral student at the University of North Texas, the Department of Public Administration. The title of my research is Analyzing Organizational and Environmental Factors Affecting the Homeless Service Network's Program Choice. To explain my study, I'll begin with the background information about the topic. Permanent housing for homeless people based on housing first approach has been the prominent way to address the homeless problem. Despite the emphasis on permanent housing and the evidence of its effectiveness, the degree of choosing or implementing the permanent housing program varies depending on the region. Basically, the homelessness need complex intervention which require various actors to participate. Therefore, implementing permanent supportive housing can be influenced by the various factors which consist of the local context. Based on this understanding, this study assumes that related actors in the same jurisdiction of certain continuum of care organization are influenced by the same set of contingency factors. Second part is the purpose of this research. The main purpose of this research is to find a better causal configuration that provides a better fit to explain the context of the degree of permanent housing adoption. Based on this purpose, the key research question is that why there is a difference between homeless service networks in terms of the degree of permanent housing programs adoption. To understand the context of permanent housing program, the contingency theory can provide a useful framework. Basically, the contingency theory focuses on the context in which the organizational decisions are made. So, based on this contingency theory, this study focuses on the context which may generate the differences in permanent housing provision level. Next part is methodology. Data analysis of this study is composed of two parts excluding descriptive statistics. The first part of the analysis is OLS regression analysis, and the second part of the analysis is FSQCA analysis based on the same Bayesian model used for regression analysis. The regression analysis is performed to compare its result with the result of FAQCA analysis. The key analysis here, therefore, is the fuzzy set qualitative comparative analysis, which is a QCA. The FSQCA analysis will be conducted to understand the context of permanent housing provision, since it focuses on understanding the context of causally related conditions. In short, FSQCA method will work as a useful tool to identify the context that may influence the level of permanent housing provision. So the next part is findings from this analysis. Since the data collection is still in progress, only the OLS regression analysis with a limited model has been performed. For the first part of this analysis, the OLS regression analysis, the dependent variable here is the percentage of permanent housing in the certain jurisdiction, basically in the COC level. So as you can see in the regression summary table on the right side, The total number of non-profit organizations in certain jurisdiction and the percentage of housing and shelter non-profit among the total non-profit in that region have the positive impact on the degree of permanent housing provision. On the other hand, the percentage of human service non-profits among the total number of non-profit in that region have negative influence on the permanent housing provision. In the following analysis, FSQCA analysis will be performed based on the model, which includes the additional variables. So with the completed model, the FSQCA analysis will be conducted. Because some variables are derived from the studies and that analyze the different context, the independent variable used in this study may generate a different result compared to the previous research. Next and the last part is contribution of this study. In terms of the topic of this research, the permanent housing for the homeless people, the contingency theory can provide a useful framework for understanding the context of permanent housing. The application of contingency theory and FSQCA method enabled this study to identify the set of contextual factors which influence the permanent housing program adoption. In the practical manner, this research can provide understanding about conditions that enables local entities or higher level government agencies to facilitate the permanent housing program or the permanent housing unit provision. In the academic level, this study may have different contributions. By analyzing various conditions and interaction between those conditions together, this study can provide a better understanding of the context regarding the permanent housing program. In other words, this study can provide knowledge about contingency factors and configurational arrangement that influence the program choice of the service network. This study can also show the applicability of contingency theory and FSQCA, especially in the large N type of analysis in analyzing policies or program operating under the network environment. Finally, the existing contingency theory can be expanded by considering these network characteristics and the cross-sectoral nature of the continuum of care. So this is all I've got for the information about the key part of my research and its progress. So, and thank you for watching my presentation. And if you have any questions or comments, feel free to email me. Here is my email address, and you may use this to contact me. Any comments and questions are precious for me and my research. Thank you.